What's up, guys? Brandon Wilson here. So today's episode 3 of interviewing current student athletes who go to the University of Utah and get to hear their story on what it's like being a Division I athlete, as well as what sports means to them. I'm here with
Abby Paulson,
who's on the Utah gymnastics team. First and foremost, thank you for doing this. I know you're super busy. Starting off, explain how you got into gymnastics and when did you realize you wanted to become a gymnast?
I started gymnastics when I was really young. I was about 2 and just had a lot of energy, so my parents put me in the sport to kind of burn some of that energy. And I'm also from a very athletic family. My dad was an Olympic silver medalist, so obviously I knew I was going to probably be in athletics for the long run. I started training about 20 hours a week when I was 4 to 5 years old in our TOPS program at my club gym, and then from there just continued along the elite path where I was pretty dedicated to gymnastics and knew that that's where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do.
And what's the biggest lesson you've learned from gymnastics?
Probably hard work and dedication. Like I said, I started training a lot of hours from a very young age. I started going to developmental and national team camps when I was about 10 years old, so I was missing a week of school every month to go to those camps, so I had to be really on top of my schoolwork, and I was always constantly on a time crunch, so that teaches you how to be motivated and make sure you get everything done in a timely manner, and I think that's just really helped me in my whole life.
And building off that, what are some factors/attributes that allow Utah gymnastics to have success every year?
Kind of the same thing. A lot of us are very hardworking, dedicated female gymnasts, and we have come from some of the top gyms across the country, so we all are here with the same goal and same common theme. We all want what's best for each other, we want what's best for the team, and on top of that, our coaching staff feels the same way. We also have 15,000 fans at every single home meet, so we are one of the top women's programs across the country for any sport in terms of fans, and I think they really propel us to be some of the best in the country.
And being a senior, what's your favorite gymnastics memory of all time?
I have a lot of memories with gymnastics, obviously being in it for 20, almost 21 years. For elite gymnastics, my favorite memory was competing in Italy for Team USA back in 2017. That was just an awesome experience. I got to compete with some future Olympians, such as the Russian team and Brazil and whatnot, and it was really cool getting to see them go on to compete at the Olympics just a few years later. Well, I was actually in college at that point. But in college, I've had a few great memories, such as getting my 10 on beam back in 2020 against UCLA to win the meet. That was just super cool and so many emotions. But team-wise, I think 2021, when we qualified to Final Four, that was unbeatable. We were the underdogs at that meet. We were not expected to make the Final Four at all, and we were in last place during the semifinals going into the last event, which was also our worst event. And we all just kind of put all of that aside. We had nothing to lose, so we just went out and did our best and ended up qualifying to Final Four, and we were all crying. It was so exciting.
And last and final question, what's one piece of advice you want to give someone who wants to be a Division I gymnast in the future?
I think it's really important to keep going no matter what. The hard days are what make the good days better, so even though sometimes you might be feeling down or you might really be struggling, I've been there. I cried multiple times when I was little while training and going through it, but that's how you get to where you want to go, and nothing is out of reach and everything is attainable if you just work hard and keep going.
Perfect. Actually, last question, greatest artist of all time?
Taylor Swift. She is the music industry, and you are so wrong if you say anything other than that.
Perfect. Thank you, Abby. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Perfect. Peace.